Huntington's disease is a disability that develops over time. Huntington's disease. What is it? Huntington's is a neurological disease. Huntington's is a disability caused by mutated genes inherited from the parents. Huntington's is not prevalent at birth and often symptoms don't show until the ages 30 to 50 years old. Huntington's disease is the death of brain cells in different areas of the brain, mainly in the basal ganglia. This causes symptoms of loss of cognitive function like thinking, physical and emotional functions. Huntington's disease is a complex and very debilitating disease with no cure. Huntington's is a fatal disability and disease. This slides contains a video with an in-depth overview of Huntington's disease. The video covers what is Huntington's disease, the brief history and how this disease affects people. This video presentation was created by HDYO, the Huntington's Disease Youth Organization. This organization is a non-profit voluntary organization that provides appropriate information and education, along with support for young people impacted by Huntington's disease.
Hi there, would you like to learn about HD? Follow me.
HD is a neurological condition.
What?
It means it affects the brain.
HD is genetic and we all have the gene that causes HD. But some people have a gene which is longer than it should be, and that causes people to develop HD. HD is hereditary, which means that a child of someone who has HD has a 50-50 chance of having HD.
Hang on, why do they call it Huntington's disease?
Excellent question. They call it HD because a doctor named George Huntington was the first to describe HD back in 1872.
There are three kinds of symptoms that people with HD are affected by. Involuntary movements, cognitive symptoms, which means thinking, and behavioral symptoms. Involuntary movements, sometimes known as chorea, which is a Greek word for dance, can lead to problems with balance, walking, and functioning.
Cognitive, thinking symptoms affect your ability to plan, multitask, and can impact on a person's memory.
Behavioral symptoms can make people angry or sad and make people do things that may be out of character.
People with HD are affected differently. One person may have more involuntary movements and hardly any behavioral symptoms. Another may have lots of behavioral symptoms and hardly any involuntary movement.
People can get HD at any age, but usually they get it between the age of 30 to 50.
New research suggests there are more people with HD than previously thought. It is actually estimated that there are around 1 in 8,000 people in the world who have HD.
However, researchers all around the world working hard to find some treatment as soon as possible. We hope this video has helped you to understand what HD is. Thanks for watching!
Causes of Huntington's disease. Huntington's is a mutations of the genes. The pathology of Huntington's disease can be tracked back to a single gene called huntingtin. The mutation is a dominant mutation, meaning if one parent has the disease gene, there is a 50% chance of the children developing Huntington's. Huntington's disease contains a gene sequence of 3 nucleotides such as cytosine, adenine and guanine in repetition. The pattern is known as trinucleotide. When the gene is mutated and there is an excess number repeated, there is a protein created called huntingtin. The higher the number of repeats, the greater risk of developing Huntington's disease. People with 40 or more repeats are extremely likely to get Huntington's disease. You can see in figure 1 is a visual demonstration of the gene and the repeated mutation. Impacts and symptoms of Huntington's disease. What happens when you develop Huntington's disease? Generally, Huntington's emerges in middle-aged people like 30 to 50 years of age. There are stages in which Huntington's develops. As seen as figure 2, there are 3 stages: the early, middle and late stages. The longer someone has the disease, the worse the disability becomes until it's fatal. Symptoms start off as small changes in personality, cognitive decline and involuntary movements to chorea. which involves involuntary spasmodic movements, impaired coordination balance, muscle rigidity, and difficulty speaking and swallowing. Also, cognitive and psychiatric symptoms like dementia, depression, and general thinking can be affected. This is the late stages. The symptoms are associated with neurodegeneration or deterioration and death of neuron brain cells. Here is a video of a 38-year-old man with middle to late stages of Huntington's disease. This video shows the involuntary spasmodic movements, which is only one of the devastating effects of Huntington's. Huntington's disease can affect anyone from any religion, culture, ethnic groups, gender, or geological area. Huntington's does not discriminate. Prevalence of Huntington's disease. Experts estimate that 1 in every 10,000 people have Huntington's. Nearly 30,000 in the United States have Huntington's disease. Juvenile Huntington's occurs in approximately 16% of all cases. Huntington's disease is not prevalent within any particular population. All races and ethnic groups, and both sexes are affected. Thank you for watching my presentation on Huntington's disease.